We are here on the brand new Minecraft faction season releasing literally tomorrow, September 15th at 5 p.m. Eastern. And now guys, this is probably the biggest update 1.18 factions has ever seen, and that's saying a lot, okay? If you guys live under a rock or have no idea what's going on, we are currently on Hxroic.mc-complex.com, literally the #1 faction server at this point. Like, let me go ahead and throw a screenshot on the screen right now. Look how many people were playing last season. It's gonna be even bigger this season, okay? You don't want to miss out. But now guys, yes, like I said, the brand new season is actually releasing tomorrow at the time that this video releases, and there's a lot to go over, okay? So the first thing, and literally my favorite thing, is actually blueprints are being released onto this server. So many people are saying that they cannot play 1.18 factions because they don't have any cannons. Well, the issue's solved, okay? So if we actually go ahead and do such random TP really quickly, let's place down this cannon just to show you guys. It is like the easiest thing possible in the world. So if I literally right click this cannon, you have successfully placed your 160 sand stacker blueprints anchor. As you guys can see, a GUI, the cannon is facing south. It was placed by me. It takes 27 minutes to build it, and it literally gives you a progress bar so you can see how long it takes. Not to mention, if you literally go into the GUI, you can rotate it, you can put the particles on or off, and then you can go ahead and enable it, start the blueprint, and there we go. The cannon's already gonna start building itself. So here in a little bit, I'll actually go ahead and set home cannon. We'll TP back here in a couple of minutes, and we'll check out the progress. But now guys, actually alongside that, they are adding chunk collectors, which is just gonna improve the lag like crazy. TPS is gonna be way better this season. They have done so many things to optimize the TPS. This season's gonna go a lot more smooth. Because we actually hop on the main server right now, the server actually ends tomorrow, or the current season actually ends tomorrow. But if we actually go ahead and TP on over to our main base and we roam it, there is no longer any reason to set up these massive collection systems that literally lag out your PC and the server. Chunk collectors are going to be massive, and it also saves a ton of time, I'm not gonna lie, because that's a lot of chests. But now guys, if you're actually wondering about the details of the map, it is 12-man factions, 30 roster. It is actually a 6-week season, so if you get rated or if you start in the season later on, there's plenty of time to go ahead and catch up and actually compete for F-top, which the #1 position actually gets $300 that you can actually use on the store for anything that you want. There's also a /PvP top, so if you're not an F-top faction, you can actually compete for PvP top if you're just a PvP faction, and winning PvP top actually allows you to bring back seasonal items of your choice. If we go ahead and actually go into the crate exclusive rooms, literally any of these items you can bring back. Some of those go for like $500. They get to be super rare. But yeah, now here's an example of the F-top #2's factions base. You're actually allowed 2 different bases, and literally the only rules, no 45 regens, and you can only have 10 chunks of walls. Literally the only rules. You guys can see here we've got 3 mine chats, 4 sets of 1x1 regens, some pillars, vertical regen filters, more pillars, vertical regen filters once again, another set of 1x1s, another set of mine chats, and then obviously a sand check wall as well. And that right there is literally our entire 10 chunk buffer. But I actually do want to go ahead and show you our buffer counters as well, because a lot of people are scared of the cannoning, saying it's going to be completely different, and in reality it's really not, okay? The mechanics are a little bit different, but the cannons themselves are actually pretty similar. So we've got power, sand comp, we got a barrel. If literally I already know how to use a cannon, you guys should be good as well. But now we're back on over onto the dev server. As you guys can see, a brand new spawn. It is literally massive and beautiful, and we actually have a couple of crate keys to go ahead and open up. So right here we've got the lunar crate key. You can see you can get spawners, some tags, money boosters. You can actually get fly time, so you literally don't have to buy a rank. You can fly just from voting and getting fly time. Now here we go, the lunar crate key. We got chunk busters, definitely take that for sure. And now the solar crate key, this is where they start to get good. You can get even more spawners, creeper eggs, better money boosters, sand bots, more chunk busters. Go ahead and open up this one as well, and let's see what we get. And here we go, we got a money booster as well as an emote bundle. And now finally, the voltage crate key, the seasonal crate, some of the best items on the entire server. Of course, a bunch of spawners, but right here is exactly what we're looking at. The voltage gear is an exclusive armor set. Let's go ahead and open it up as well, see what we get. And we got a pair of the leggings. We actually go ahead and chuck those on. You guys can see they are custom made, nothing like you've ever seen before. A bunch of experience pouches, money pouches, god apples. But I actually do want to go ahead and see, do I have a full seasonal set that I can go ahead and throw on? Because I just want to show you guys what they look like. Okay, here we go. Here's the most recent seasonal set. This is the voltage armor set. If we go ahead and use the weapon, this is what the entire set looks like. And now there is literally so many of these. If I go ahead and pull out the ancient set, this right here is what the full ancient set looks like. Here we have on the celestial armor set. But now in my hand, you guys can see I currently have the celestial sword with Universal Dash 1. Now, Universal Dash is actually a special enchant that only the Celestial Sword has on it. So if we actually check it out /CE, go back into the crate exclusive runes, and here we have the Celestial runes, Universal Dash, swords only, dash continuously into 6 different enemies, dealing 10 damage and knocking them back as well. So if I had an enemy right in front of me, I'd be able to dash right into them, and there we go. Now, there are literally so many different custom enchants, super awesome. You guys gotta hop on and check it out for yourselves. But now, hopping back onto the main server, what they're actually adding for this season as well is actually a custom feature called raid recaps. So basically, when you're shooting at a faction, it should go ahead and pop up in your scoreboard saying raid, blah, 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 you are raiding currently whoever, you got a certain amount of time left on your timer. But now with raid recaps, after every single attempt, there will be a chat announcement recapping everything that happened within the raid. So like, it'll cap how much TNT your faction used, it'll cap who died, how many people died, how long the raid took, and a bunch of other things as well. To go ahead and go alongside that, they have fixed so many bugs. As you guys know, Complex, it's still in development. They are getting better and better literally every season. So they fixed sandbots, they fixed lava and water flow, the combat timer, and a bunch of other things to make this season flow and be even better than the one before, even though this season was a ton of fun. If you guys actually want to go ahead and check out to see literally everything that was changed from this season to the next one, I actually will go ahead and leave a link down below in the description where there's an entire list. But now, another really cool feature that the server actually has is raiding outposts. If we go ahead and TP on over, it is literally a raiding outpost like every other server has. You TP on into random coordinates, and then here you see on every single side of the base, my faction is actually currently holding it. You guys can see there's a couple chunks of walls, and you go ahead and actually capture the raiding outpost, and it actually gives a ton of really good rewards. If we check it out, a 30% sell bonus from the shop, which adds up over time. Now, if we also go ahead and check out the inside, there's a certain thing called the Golden Merchant. If we go ahead and click on them, there's a hidden treasure, which instantly increases the level of any room. So if you have a sharpness 6 sword, you can increase that to sharpness 7, and all it costs is 2,048 gold shards, which you can actually grind literally from an enchant. Holy Cultivation has a 2% chance of uncovering gold shards while farming. So literally, you're making money and making gold shards to upgrade your weapons. Now, let's actually go back over to the dev server because I want to show you guys the Warzone. It is a brand new Warzone, and it's freaking massive, okay? If we go ahead and hop on down into this hole, it is brand new. As you guys can see, if I open my mini map, literally look how big it is. This entire thing, Warzone. Now, there's outposts being held here, a bunch of events, stuff like that. Like, there's gonna be constant PvP in here. Now, if I actually make my way over to the edge, here we go. Okay, so the red glass wall during outposts, when there's an outpost going on, the red glass wall actually comes up. So that way, if you're in the Warzone, it is a fight to the death. You either kill or be killed. But now, when there's not an outpost going on, the red wall disappears, and on the outside is actually Warzone as well. But you can go ahead and make derbs, traps, stuff like that on the outside. But in here, it's literally just a straight up brawl. Now, I do also want to go ahead and find a dark zone portal and show you guys the dark zone. It's the exact same build from the last season, but for those of you that haven't seen it, this is the best way to make money, spawners, experience, literally everything on the server. Inside here, you grind out the mobs, they drop a bunch of really good items. There's also envoys constantly going on, and there's also bosses, a ton of PvP. It's a ton of fun. And then to exit, literally all you have to do is go ahead and find an exit portal, and voila, you're back into the Warzone, you're back into the PvP right underneath spawn. Now, guys, let's actually go ahead and TP back on over at the end of this video to check out the cannon and its progress. I actually don't know how long it's been. So let's see, is it still placing? It is. Okay, it looks like we've got the floor done, and the trees kind of get in the way. Okay, it looks like we're starting to place the clock, maybe. What in the world's going on over here? We've got some pistons down. Like it says, we still got 20 minutes until completion, but this is gonna make raiding and countering a lot easier for everybody. But now, guys, I literally don't know what to tell you if you guys are not hopping on for the server reset September 15th, 5 p.m. Eastern. This is going to be a massive season. We've already got like 7 or 8 full factions lined up and playing. It's going to be huge, a ton of competition. Even if you don't have a faction, there are so many factions actually recruiting on Start of the World. Hop on, say you need an invite to a faction. I guarantee you'll get into one. And if not, you can actually play solo. It's super easy to play solo as well. But yeah, guys, that is it. I'll see you guys all online. Hxroic.mc-complex.com. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I'll see you guys all in the Start of the World video. Peace out.